This story is about a psycho killer who took the lives of countless young men purely for her own twisted pleasure. What makes it even more shocking is that her own father supported her in committing these crimes. So let's find out how this horrifying story finally comes to an end. The movie begins with a boy named Brent who is driving a car with his father sitting beside him. While they are talking and driving, suddenly, a blood-soaked boy appears in front of their car. In an attempt to save him, Brent loses control and crashes the car into a tree. Due to this accident, Brent's father dies on the spot. 6 months pass after the incident. Brent falls into deep depression because of his father's death. He starts using drugs, blaming himself for the accident. At college, he neither talks to anyone nor keeps any friends. One day, a girl named Laura approaches Brent and invites him to go with her to the prom dance. Laura actually likes Brent. However, Brent already has a girlfriend named Holly. After college, Holly drops Brent home, and Brent tells her that Laura invited him to the prom. When Brent reaches home, his mother asks him if he's going to the prom. Brent's mother is also suffering from depression after the accident. She even hires a personal driver for Brent because she blames herself for her husband's death. She becomes overly protective and doesn't even allow Brent to drive a car, fearing something bad might happen to him. All of this frustrates Brent deeply. In anger and despair, he climbs up a mountain intending to end his life, but he fails to do so. Instead, he sits there listening to music. Suddenly, he receives a call from his mother. Just before he can answer it, someone knocks him unconscious and kidnaps him. When Brent doesn't answer the call, his mother starts searching for him but can't find him anywhere. Later, when Holly comes to pick him up, she realizes that Brent is missing. Brent's mother then calls their neighbor Paul, who is a police officer. At first, Paul doesn't take the missing case seriously, as Brent often disappears like this. However, Paul becomes alarmed when she tells him that someone has brutally killed their dog. In the next scene, we see the same car in which Brent was kidnapped. On the way, the driver picks up a dead animal from the road. The car finally stops at a house where it is revealed that Laura lives there, along with her father, Eric. It turns out that Laura and her father are the ones who kidnapped Brent. Inside the house, Laura is in her room when Eric brings her a new dress. Laura starts changing clothes right in front of her father, while Eric looks at her with disturbing and inappropriate intentions. After some time, Brent regains consciousness and finds himself tied tightly to a chair. In front of him are Laura, her father Eric, and another woman named Bella. Bella has a strange mark on her head, as if she was shot. Brent realizes he can't escape because he is tied very securely. It is revealed that Laura is a complete psycho. Since Brent refused to take her to the prom, she kidnapped him. She decorates the entire house like a prom venue and starts celebrating her own twisted prom night. Laura injects something into Brent's neck so that he cannot scream. Eric takes photos of Laura and Brent together and then forces Bella to sit with them for another picture. After that, all three sit down for dinner. Bella refuses to eat anything. Laura forcefully stuffs food into her mouth. It is revealed that Bella is not Laura's mother, but another kidnapped victim. Laura then tries to force-feed Brent chicken, but he refuses to open his mouth. Eric brings a hammer and slams it hard on the table whenever Laura asks Brent a question, forcing him to respond by nodding his head. After some time, Brent asks to go to the toilet. Laura hands him a glass and tells him to use it instead. Brent refuses, as he plans to escape. Eric approaches him again with a hammer and cruelly admits that he was the one who killed Brent's dog. He then brings a nail and gives Brent 10 seconds, threatening to hammer the nail into him if he doesn't urinate in the glass. Laura and Eric begin counting. Left with no choice, Brent is forced to do it. Enraged, Brent kicks Laura, knocking her backward. Using the moment, he manages to free himself and escape the house. He runs outside and hides under a car, trying desperately to save his life. But just as Eric comes outside, starts the car, and begins to reverse, Brent suddenly comes out from under the vehicle and starts running away. Seeing this, Eric immediately chases him with the car. While running, Brent climbs up a tree. By then, Laura also arrives and starts throwing stones at him. One of the stones hits Brent on the head, causing him to fall down. After capturing him again, they bring Brent back into the house, tie him to a chair, and nail both of his feet to the floor so that he can never try to escape again. On the other side, Paul reaches the spot where Brent disappeared. There, he finds Brent's phone and earphones, making him realize that something serious has happened. Back inside the house, Laura shows Brent an album. Through this album, it is revealed that Laura and Eric have been kidnapping boys since Laura's childhood. Her insane father would bring young boys to her. Laura would dance with them, enjoy herself, and then brutally kill them. This makes it clear that even if Brent had agreed to go to the prom with Laura, he would never have survived. Laura then shows him a photo of a boy named Tim Valentine and explains that he was the only one who managed to escape. This same boy was the one who appeared in front of Brent's car 6 months ago. It is revealed that Brent's father did not die because of an accident, but because of Laura and Eric's trap. Brent realizes that he was never meant to survive. Next, Laura begins painting on Brent's body. She draws a heart on his stomach and writes LS inside it, which stands for Laura Stone. This is something she's been doing since childhood and clearly enjoys it deeply. After that, Laura and Eric sprinkle salt on Brent's wounds, causing him extreme pain. Then they announce Laura as the prom queen and force Brent to whistle in celebration. Laura is crowned Psycho of the Year, and pictures are taken. When it's time to dance, Laura and Eric dance together because Brent's feet are nailed down. Next comes dinner. They start cutting the dead animal they had picked up from the road earlier. Then they open a secret door and pour water inside. Strange voices can be heard from within. Brent realizes that there are other victims trapped down there. Eric then hands Laura a drill, and she drills a hole into Brent's head, exactly like the mark seen earlier on Bella's head. They plan to pour boiling water into the hole so Brent's brain would be damaged, turning him into someone like Bella. After that, he would be thrown into the basement with the others. As Laura moves forward with the boiling water, they feel the hole isn't big enough. When Eric comes closer to widen it, Brent suddenly attacks Eric with a blade, frees himself, and throws Eric into the basement. Brent watches in horror as the people inside the basement kill and eat Eric. Seeing her father die, Laura completely loses her mind and throws Brent into the basement as well, locking the door. Inside, Brent finds a torch, and as soon as he turns it on, the victims attack him, but Brent fights back and kills them all. Meanwhile, Laura, in a fit of rage, kills Bella. Elsewhere, Holly remembers that Brent once told her that Laura Stone had invited him to the prom. She immediately informs Paul. Paul rushes straight to Laura's house. Peeking through the window, he sees blood everywhere. He breaks in. Inside the basement, Brent realizes someone has arrived and starts screaming for help. Paul opens the basement door and finds Brent, but suddenly, Laura stabs Paul from behind and throws him into the basement as well. Laura then tells Brent that she is now going to his house to kill his mother and Holly. Since she doesn't know how to drive, she leaves on foot. Brent somehow manages to escape the basement. At the same time, Holly is already on her way to Laura's house, and the two women meet on the road. Laura throws her album in front of Holly's car, forcing her to brake suddenly. Laura attacks Holly, but Holly manages to escape. Meanwhile, Brent arrives at full speed in Paul's car. Holly suddenly appears in front of the car, but Brent manages to stop in time. Just then, Laura crashes into Brent's car from behind. Holly quickly gets into Brent's car and is horrified to see his condition. Behind them, Laura is seen walking toward them despite having broken bones. Seeing this, Brent reverses the car at full speed and crushes Laura, killing her instantly. And with that, the movie comes to an end.